Now, this is where the story went off track. Let me introduce you to Joseph Coelho's Fairy Tale Gone Bad series. Fairytales Gone Bad obviously is not your typical run-of-the-mill fairy tale retelling. Then the title, Frankenstiltskin. Frankenstein and Rumpelstiltskin together, fused together. With an added evidence of this book cover, I'll show it in the screen. This creature with black curly hair, patched, mismatched skin like Frankenstein with clawed hands and feet. And look at the jar of ice in the corner. Anyway, so this is the second book. Frankenstiltskin is the second book in the Fairytales Gone Bad series. And there are two others. There's the Zombirella, which I've listened in an audiobook, also narrated by Joseph Coelho, the author, and Creeping Beauty. So you will definitely find me reviewing the rest of those books, so watch out for this space. And also, just in case, I'm Vanessa Garcia, please like and subscribe to my channel. Anyway, so let's jump in. Frankenstiltskin is about this very talented taxidermist called Bryony, I think that's how you pronounce her name. She was so good at what she does. Her dad claimed that he could bring back to life, like in this slogan, in this poster, bring back animals from ever after. Exaggeration, obviously, because what he meant was that the procedure looks so good that it looks like your dead pet. Actually, it's mostly pet. Your dead pet comes back to life. But because of these exaggerated claims, they caught the attention of the king. So now the king took her, and there are 3 tests that she needs to prove her skills. So just in case, I'm going to warn everyone that this is not a spoiler-free review. This is a spoiler review, so spoiler warning. And at the same time, like what I've said earlier, like and subscribe on my channel. Let's begin with the plot premise of the story. This is a fusion of Frankenstein and Rumpelstiltskin. And it really works in the story. And I know this is a children's book. This is 240 pages long. And I just read it in one sitting. Just that. And I love the story. I know I did say premise plot first, but the illustration in this book is amazing. So I need to commend the artist. I'll put her name in the description and in the screen, but I need to commend her art style because it's very catchy and it's really cute. So let's discuss the Frankenstein side of the story, because Bryony is a very talented taxidermist. Like, she's the best in the land. And so when the king saw the posters, the king wanted to return someone from the dead. So that's where the Frankenstein part of the story came in. And obviously, because Bryony can obviously do those things, then she was helped by this strange creature. For the first test, the assistant of the king took out this wolf, and he was like, you need to bring this wolf back to life. So, and then this creature came and told her that you go with your work, taxidermy this wolf, stuff this wolf, and then I'll do the rest, but with a prize. But because Bryony doesn't have anything, she gave this creature a lock of her hair. And then the next time we saw this creature, he is sporting this black hair, and it's very long and it's very curly, and it's maybe it's Maybelline. No, it's not. That's a makeup. What was that Pantene commercial or something? It was sporting it. Then the next test is a polar bear. And in return, obviously the creature was there to help her again. And in return, Bryony has this treasured milk tooth that she kept in her being. Apparently, it's her very last milk tooth that fell after or before her mom passed away. So there's a sentimental value in this teeth, in this, yeah. So as a payment, she gave this to the creature. And then the next time we saw this creature, instead of jagged teeth, the creatures now have pearly white teeth. And then the kicker was that the reason why Bryony was there in the first place, the reason why the king once was testing Bryony, the king's son, the prince, is dead. And so the king wants Bryony to bring his dead son back to life. Now, this is where the story went off track, went in a different direction. Because this prince was an activist. Like, he is this masked, mysterious vigilante animal rights activist. And so he was rescuing all these animals. And because he is this mysterious person that no one knows, he got ill and he died. And because no one knew of these animals, no one took over taking care of these animals. And so the animals just passed away as well. Like, they died from starvation. When the king and all his people found this place, what they did was they put the prince's body in like a mausoleum sort of in that area, this secret place, together with all the prince was nicely laden, but he was surrounded by all these dead animals. And so they brought Bryony in this place, asking her to resurrect this dead prince, same magical way he did with the wolf and the polar bear. And you know what Bryony did? Instead of the prince, Bryony, through with the help of this creature, resurrected all the dead animals, each and every one of them. And because she doesn't have anything in her being, she agreed to give something of hers. And the creature was just like, well, you seem to be a really perky, really happy sort of person. Give me your happiness. Give me your happiness. And Bryony was just like, okay, I'll give you happiness. I'll give you my happiness. And then Bryony became queen. She took over because she held a revolt in the king's palace with all the animals that she saved, that she resurrected. And so the king ran away and then she became queen, but she was well loved. She was well loved as a queen. And then one day, this creature came back to collect the debt. And then Bryony was just like, Bryony had spent years ruling. She was far from the scared girl that had been swiped by a sad king from her doting father's workshop. She had been preparing for this moment. I don't wish to give you my happiness. There must be another arrangement we can make. The creature was just like, okay, you need to guess my name 3 times. And if not, I'll take your happiness. Bryony was just like, you know what? Let's do it in 3 days. So 1 name each day. So Bryony, how am I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. Bryony was haggling with this creature, and the creature was like, you know what? Because he's very cocky and he's really like, no one can guess my name. And so he was just like, you know what? I'll give you 3 days. And now this is the power of the story. Every day, before meeting with this creature, Bryony would leave her castle early in the morning and would travel far and wide. Like, on the first day she went, I can't remember, but let's say she went west or east. And then the second day she went north, and then she went south on the last day. She went far and wide and tell people about her story, about how she started as this taxidermist daughter with a talent, and then the king took her. Basically, her whole story. She told her whole story, including the participation of this creature. And then when people asks, who is this creature? She would say his name is Frankenstiltskin. Every day for 3 days, he kept on telling everyone far and wide that there's a creature that's been helping people, and his name is Frankenstiltskin. And when he goes home and the creature would appear, and then the creature would ask her, so what is my name? She'll be like, your name is Frankenstiltskin. And the creature will be like, no, that's not my name. Second day, what is my name? Your name is Frankenstiltskin. And the creature was just like, that's what you said yesterday. You're saying it again. My name is not Frankenstiltskin. This is the power of storytelling and stories. Basically erased this creature's real name and basically turned him into I kept on saying Rumpelstiltskin. Basically turned him into Frankenstiltskin. Really a far leap, because you know how people get their nicknames. So one person would say a nickname, and the next thing you know, everyone around you is calling you that particular nickname and not your real name. And people know you as that nickname, like Big John, Little John, or something. This is so brilliant. I was blown away. I was just like, I wasn't expecting that twist. I was just like, that is so amazing. So now, moving on to character. I commend this woman. I mean, she was or probably is what she was a queen now. She was the best in her field, taxidermy, and then she literally became a queen, like a well-loved one. It's not like people despised her. People adore her as a queen. And then, through the power of storytelling, this mythical creature, she defeated him by nicknaming him Frankenstiltskin. She is so smart. What else could you ask for a heroine in a story? Like, use your brain. So I highly, highly, highly recommend this book, especially, well, this is a children's book. If you're an adult like me, read away. But if you got some kids like middle schoolers and they're into reading Gothic stories, this is a recommended read. This is a recommended read. And like I said earlier, Joseph Coelho still got like 2 more in his Fairytales Gone Bad. Fairytales Gone Bad stories. He's got the Zombierella, obviously Cinderella with as a zombies. And I'm not sure about the Creeping Beauty. I'm still yet to read that one. But yeah, Frankenstiltskin. Highly recommend.